Okay, so I will call to order the February 4th, 2025 Amity Regional Board of Education Facilities Committee meeting. Actually, should we amend first? So I will call to order the February 4th, 2025.
Oh, wait.
Yep. So close that window, Tara.
Okay, so I can close it now that I started it?
Yep.
Or actually, should we amend first? I will call to order the February 4th, 2025.
Oh, wait.
Should be up top like a
Close
YouTube
that
tab.
window, Tara. I'm trying to find
So I
it.
can close it now that I started it?
Yep.
Or actually, should we amend
Okay, I think we
That
are.
sounds good. Should we amend the agenda to start?
Let's just note that we called it to order at 4:03 p.m. and then, yeah,
4:03.
you can, amend
Okay.
the agenda to begin.
All right. So we received a letter today from Terry Loomis about some grant funds reimbursement. Can we amend, Sean, can I get a motion to amend the agenda so that we can add this in?
Yes, I'll make that motion.
And because we are a fully virtual meeting, we'll just have to call the roll for all of the votes. So
Okay.
I'll just do that briefly. So Mr. Reed,
Yes.
Mr. Hartshorn,
Yes.
and Mr. McDonough.
Yes.
Excellent.
Okay. So Terry, you want me to jump in on this?
Either way, if you want to, fine. Otherwise, I'm happy to.
Okay, so I'll jump in. So the district received an award letter dated April 5th, 2023 from the Department of Administrative Services rewarding $866,000 in grant funds. That grant, the district received payment of $766,741 in February 2024, and then two invoices totaling $136,822 for replacing chillers and maintenance contacts for chillers. The district officially closed the project with the state recently. The closing the project released the approximately 5% or $40,355 held back by the state. We are looking to transfer that money to the library media center projects. So if we could have a motion to move to recommend the Amity Finance Committee and Amity Board of Education to approve the designation of HVAC grant funds for renovations of the library media centers at all three schools with the high school project slated first. Can I get that motion?
I'll make that.
Okay, I will second.
All right. Any discussion?
Is this going into our new education fund, or is it directly getting designated for the library media centers, and that's what it's going to be?
It's going to go where the other funds from the HVAC went, which is the capital account, which we'll
Okay.
use for bond funding and other special funds.
Okay. Okay.
That new account can only be used for the unspent funds when it's designated.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Okay. Roger that.
Okay, no other discussion. Jen, can you call the roll?
yep, Mr. Reed,
Yes.
Mr. Hartshorn,
Yes.
Mr. McDonough.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, the next item would be the discussion and possible action on minutes from the Facilities Committee meeting, January 27th, 2025.
I'll move to approve if you're looking for that motion.
Thank you.
I'll second.
All right.
No amendments?
No amendments.
All right, Mr. Reed,
Yes.
Mr. Hartshorn,
Yes.
Mr. McDonough.
Yes.
Excellent. The next would be public comment, which I'm assuming we do not have any public comment.
Here.
Nope.
Item which would be item 5 now, discussion and possible action on the solar canopy at Amity Regional High School. This is just, we're going to have a motion to recommend that we're in favor of the project and send it to the full board for their approval. Terry, do we know if we've been able to get someone if Titan's going to be able to come and speak to the board?
Yes. Yes,
Perfect.
they will be there Monday to present.
Perfect. So can I get a motion for that?
Can I ask a question before you do that? Terry, can you reach out to them? Are they going to present the one? There was two things that were asked of them. One, if they could have some kind of a rendering of what the front of the school would look like. And then somebody else brought up, what is the end result of these things, say 20 years from now when their longevity is gone? Do they get removed? Do they get replaced? And what's the cost of that to the school on either end? You know, like if they, you know, they've hit the end of their lifespan and we have all these carports, do they just become a carport, or do we have to pay to get them removed? Or are we on the hook if we want to replace them all full price again?
So I think I can answer the rendering question. So they did do a mock-up. I would say it's probably not 100% precise because it was a short turnaround, but there's definitely kind of a visual of what it's going to look like
Okay,
as part of their updated presentation.
okay. But then the other question is 20 years from now, granted, hopefully none of us will be dealing with it, but you know, if it are, I'm assuming these things aren't going to last forever. Yeah, are we giving the next board and the next superintendent, you know, a headache of $100,000 to remove them?
Well, they gave me, I will double check with Adam and ask that question for Monday, but they did give me a template of the application, and we have our attorney reviewing it. I dare say that my assumption would be because we don't own them, we wouldn't be responsible to remove them, but I can make sure that that's clear.
Okay.
And it may be, Mr. McDonough, that nobody's reached end of lives for projects like this yet. So what happens, we may not know.
I just figure it's worth asking the question.
You know?
Not to sound bad, I don't plan on being around to hear the end of that life of question. So, but at least it's, you know, hopefully they can give an answer. You know, what happens to them when they've reached their end of life? Who's responsible, and you know, what do you do with them? Do you just leave them as a carport? They just don't generate energy? Fine with me. Just figure, ask the question before we get them. Somebody else is probably going to.
Sure.
Excellent. All right, so we probably should have asked, I probably should have said, give me the motion and have the discussion, but we did things a little backwards. Can I have a motion?
I'll make the motion to send it up to the full board.
Thank you.
I'll second it.
Any other discussion?
I think we covered it.
I think so. All
All
right.
right, Mr. Reed,
Yes.
Mr. Hartshorn,
Yes.
Mr. McDonough.
Yes.
All right. So that was the last item. So now we can just we can adjourn the meeting at 4:11.
Well done.
10
Is
minutes.
that word for how short of a meeting can be?
8 minutes.
It's a template. Thank you guys. We
All right.
appreciate